Good morning from Henry Horton State Park, located just south of Nashville, Tennessee. Truman and I got here last night and we camped, and we've been spending the day here at the park, and I'm actually really sad that we don't have an extra day here because there is so much to do and see. But for what it's worth, I'm going to show you all around the park today, show you all the cool things to do and the wonderful things to see, and then I'm going to give it a score between 0 and 100, and you can see where it lines up with the over 30 Tennessee state parks that I've reviewed so far. So like and subscribe so that you can see all the Tennessee State Park reviews and enjoy today's video. We're going to begin, as we do each week, with probably my favorite category, and that is natural beauty and wildlife. Located right alongside the Duck River in Middle Tennessee, Henry Horton is a great place to see beautiful things like the water there at the river, as well as natural wildflowers throughout the park. A lot of natural beauty to see, so I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. Here's the lodge. Looks like it's pretty full. In addition to the lodge, they have cabins that you can rent on the back side of the park, so they're very secluded, away from kind of the main hub of the park, which is great. And then there at the main campground where Truman and I stayed, this is a very typical looking space. Everything was paved, which is great for kids riding on scooters and bicycles and getting around. They had all of your normal hookups for electricity and water. And so because of all the different things that they have to offer, I'm going to give campsite layout an 8 out of 10. Up next is activities, which is worth a possible 20 points. You can have picnic stuff, hiking, everywhere in between, a lot to see. There's something going on over here. There's some concrete blocks here, and that's some old piping. Makes you wonder if there was an old homestead site or something. What are these things? Are they part of like a chimney stack or sort of shingles or something? There at the entrance of the park, they had Henry Horton Golf Course, which was being used and looked really cool. And then there by the visitor center, they had this brand new water wheel, and the whole visitor center looked like it had been recently updated and was very well maintained. They had all of these exhibits and interactive opportunities to learn about the natural ecosystems and wildlife of the Duck River and the area surrounding that part of Middle Tennessee. Everything was built with excellence. It was really cool and a lot of fun to experience with Truman.
I'm almost 4 size.
Stand up tall. I've got to say, that may be the nicest visitor center I've ever been to out of 30 plus Tennessee state parks. Everything is brand new. It is super nice. A lot of attention to detail, decorations for the fall. I mean, it is just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how much money they spent on it, but it has to be a ton. And we may check out that restaurant for lunch today. Continuing with the usual trend of Tennessee state parks, the pool is closed. They're always closed. Good job.
Let's go get it.
Okay. Are you ready? Yeah, we did it. High five. Yeah.
Daddy, my turn.
Your turn. If you are a disc golfer, you need to come check out the course here at Henry Horton, especially if you live in the Nashville area. In my opinion, it is worth the drive. It's really beautiful back here. You can go by the visitor center and get discs and supplies for your outing. You can also get snacks. You can have lunch right here. I mean, it's peaceful and beautiful here. I'm here on a Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning, and Truman and I are literally the only people here. And okay, it's pretty awesome. You need to check this course out. This may be the best one that I've been to at any Tennessee state park. I think it was Meeman Shelby Forest State Park that had the beginners area for new people to the game, and they had an advanced course. So that was really cool, really unique. But honestly, I think this course is definitely better and the best one that I've been to so far. One of the things that I discovered as we were leaving was that there is more to do than can be done in just a day or two at Henry Horton State Park. And so even though we had fun at the little sand pit that they had there at the campground and the playground there at the campground, there was still so much for us to do, including but not limited to the Duck River. We didn't do any fishing or anything like that, but a lot of really fun activities. I'm going to give activities a 19 out of 20. Up next is bathrooms. Now, they were pretty nice, maybe a little old, but nice and clean there at the campground. There at the restaurant, they were brand new and super nice, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Up next is drivability. You are right in the middle of the state. It was very easy to get to. The roads were well maintained, so I'm going to give drivability a 9 out of 10. Up next is staff. Everyone was super kind, super helpful, and I just want to mention how beautiful the park looked. I don't know if it was volunteers or staff, but everything was decorated and had just a real personal touch. I'm going to give staff a 9 out of 10. Our next category is nearby amenities, and I don't know if I've ever gone this in depth with reviewing the amenities because there was so much there. These are shots of the brand new restaurant there in the heart of the park. This may have been one of the best meals I've had all year. Not just at a state park, I'm talking about period. Truman enjoyed it too. We had a great time. The restaurant was awesome. They had this bicycle repair area there at the visitor center. And then something that I always appreciate seeing is EV charging by Rivian, which is at all of the Tennessee state parks and really encourages that segment of our population to get out there and explore God's creation. There at the visitor center, they had all types of items that you might want to purchase, from toys and books to snacks and food like honey and things like that. But probably my favorite thing that I saw was this live bait cooler, which is the same cooler as some of the snacks. And that's just so Tennessee for you. I loved it. They had all of your disc golf stuff there as well because the course is amazing. And then they had all of your stickers and magnets as well. There by the campground entrance, there was a camp store, and as you can see, man, this thing was fully stocked and loaded. Clothing, snacks, camping supplies, everywhere in between. I'm going to give this category an impressive 9 out of 10. Overall, the park is very unique, and I had so much fun, so much to do and see. I'm going to give uniqueness an 8 out of 10. Now, the final category is cost. It was pretty in line with other state parks of its size and caliber, but it is really hard just to find a camp spot because they're sold out so quick. So I'm going to give cost a 7 out of 10. You put everything together, and Henry Horton State Park gets an 84 out of 100, putting it at the number 2 slot for all Tennessee state parks so far.
God's creation is meant to be explored.